Hey there. I want to talk about something today that I don't always talk about publicly. What it actually looks like to build something around your real life. Not quit everything and hustle, not become a completely different version of yourself. Just add something that fits into the life that you already have. And specifically, I want to talk about summer because I think most people assume summer is the wrong time to try something like this. And I'm going to make the case that it might actually be one of the best. So if you've ever thought maybe someday, stay with me. This is for you. Hey, everybody, welcome in. I'm so glad that you're here, whether you're watching live right now or catching the replay later. I am talking to both of you. You're not missing anything if you're watching the replay. I am Deanna Line. I'm an independent beauty consultant and the face behind Dream Build Glow, which is really just a way of saying that I help women find skincare that actually works for them. And for the women who want it as well, I also share what it looks like to build a business doing exactly that. So go ahead and drop in where you're watching from in the comments. Say hi. I love knowing who is in the virtual room with me, so to speak. And if you're watching the replay, still say hi and I'll circle back and welcome you in whenever you're catching this. And go ahead and give me a little hashtag replay too. And if you have a friend who's been on the fence about something like this or who's mentioned wanting to make a little bit of extra cash this summer, tag her in the comments. This is exactly the conversation that she needs to hear. So here's what we're doing today. I'm going to walk you through what the summer pilot program is, what it costs, what you get, and honestly, whether it's even right for you, because it is not for everyone, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise. But for the right woman, this is really a low pressure way to test something out during a season when life might have a little bit more breathing room. So let's talk. No pressure. It's not a pitch. Just some information I want to put out here so that you can make a good decision for yourself. So why summer, right? Real talk. Most women I talk to assume that summer is the worst time to start something new. The kids are home, there's travel, schedules are all over the place. And I hear that. I understand why it feels that way. I'm actually headed out the door right after this as well. So I get it. But here's what I've seen in my own business and with the women on my team. Summer is actually one of the most natural times to give this a try, to try this out. Your schedule is already different. Okay, it's already flexible. You're already going to cookouts, family get-togethers, pool days. Those are natural conversations. People are in a lighter, more open headspace because they're actually paying attention, and they're also paying attention to what they're putting on their skin, right? Because they're out in the sun more often than in the winter. So for the women whose kids are in camp or summer programs during the summer during the day, you might actually have more focused pockets of time than you do during the school year when maybe after school activities are running your life. Right? The point is, you don't need a wide open calendar to do this. You need an hour and you need your phone. That's genuinely it. Okay. I hear the I don't have time phrase a lot, and I get that. It's a real feeling, but this is something that you can work in the margins of your day, right? During nap time, in the evening, waiting in the pickup line for school or camp to get out, right? Everything that you need to run this business lives right here, right on your phone. Your store is online, your marketing is online, your conversations happen through text and social media. You don't have to be everywhere to build something that's real. Okay, so let's get specific because vague doesn't help you make a decision. I get that. The summer pilot program is this. It's a low barrier way to give this a real try across June, July, and August. And at the end of the summer, you decide what comes next. Here's what starting look like, right? You start with what's called the e-start. It's $35. And for $35, you get a fully branded e-commerce website. You get your own online store ready to go the same day you sign up. Seriously, it's like a 5-minute setup. It's super easy. You get welcome materials, the current product catalog, and sample sets for the products that you're actually sharing. You also get access to all the apps, digital tools, marketing resources, all of that stuff that support you as a consultant. So, again, your website is live, your store is open, and you can start sharing your link with family and friends immediately. And here's what I really want you to hear: you start earning 30% commission from day one, not after you hit some milestone, not after you wait 90 days. It's from day one. And then once you become what's called an active consultant, which just means that you've reached a certain sales amount, which is not much. It's 450 retail, which is nothing when you are selling skincare products and makeup. That goes up to 50%. So the important thing is you don't have to wait to earn, right? You can share your website with your mom, with your neighbor, with your coworker who just asked what concealer you use, and you're earning right from those sales right away. So for $35, again, you have a website, you have products to share, and you have income potential starting immediately. Now, there's also an additional optional add-on called Pro Start, and that's $90. And it gives you retail sized products to actually sample out, to use for party supplies. It also comes with additional party supplies, right? So you can host in-person parties. Comes with some business resources. It's over $400 in retail products. And you can add that anytime within your first 15 days if you decide that you want to jump in a little further, but it's totally optional. The eStart at $35 is a real complete starting point, and that gets you going. When I started, they didn't have that upgrade. They just had either an eStart option or a like in-person option, I guess is what they called it. And I went with eStart, and I'm here today. So anyways, I want to paint a real picture here because I think that a lot of the hesitation comes from imagining a version of this business that doesn't match what it actually looks like. This is not host, hosting parties in your living room every weekend if you don't want to do that, right? You absolutely can. Okay. But it's not that. I don't do that. It's literally texting your link to someone who asked you what moisturizer you use. It's maybe a virtual skincare session on Zoom while your kid watches a movie in the other room. It's sharing a product that you genuinely love in a social post, and someone clicking through and ordering it. It's telling your sister about a mascara and her buying it from the website while she's sitting on the couch. Like that's where the real stuff happens. You can work virtually or in person. You can do a little bit or a lot. There are no quotas to hit. So it's really up to you with how much and how far you take this. And I want to say this clearly too. You do not have to carry an inventory. Customers can order directly from your website and it ships straight to them right from Mary Kay's warehouse. You don't need to have a shelf full of product in your house. You don't need to clean out the storage closet to have room for all these products. Now, having some product on hand tends to lead to a little bit higher sales because people love to take things home with them the same day. And in your first 3 months, if you choose to stock some inventory, there are ways to earn some free product bundles available as well to help you do that. But it's an option. It's not a requirement. You can run this business entirely from your phone, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that. So here's something I want to say that I think gets missed a lot as well. This isn't about becoming someone else. I didn't sign up to transform my entire life. I signed up because I already loved the products. I was using so many of them, and I thought, why am I buying these at full price when I could be getting them at a discount and earning on what I'd buy anyways? That was it. That was the entry point. And then it became something more, but it slowly became something more and on my terms, right? At my pace. The summer pilot program is designed exactly like that. So you can try it, you can see if you like it, see if it fits. And when summer is over, you decide, do you want to keep going? Do you want to scale back and take reorders from customers that you've built in those 3 months, or step back entirely? No pressure in either direction. This is not a sales tactic. That's genuinely how this works. And it can ebb and flow throughout all of the seasons of life. When my full-time job gets overly busy, I scale back here. And that's perfectly okay because the business is actually designed to support that. For the right woman, this is just a very natural on ramp. It's not a forever commitment. It's just a summer of trying something that could become something else. And I want to be upfront as well. I can't promise specific results because what you earn depends on what you put in. That's true of any business, right? But I can give you a realistic picture of what the math could look like, right? The materials I share with women include an example based on 4 hours of work per week. That's it, 4 hours. It's 2 product experiences with a few women at each. And the estimated sales in that example come out to around $600 in a week. And since that would likely make you active, right, at 50% profit, that's around $300. So that's an example of what's possible. Obviously, again, it's not a guarantee, but it gives you a sense of the math, right? And again, that 30% starts on day one just by sharing your website, just by telling people it exists and that you're doing this thing, and sharing, again, the products that you're using and loving. And one more thing worth knowing, I think, as a self-employed consultant, you're able to deduct a percentage of things like your phone, your car, your home office space. That's a real benefit that people don't always factor in when they're doing the math as well. Okay, so I want to be honest here, right? I'm all about transparency because I think you deserve that. This is a good fit if you want extra income this summer but need some flexibility, not a second job with a set schedule, right? If you already like the products, also it's a good idea if you are someone who enjoys talking to people and doesn't mind sharing things that you're genuinely enthusiastic about, right? Even if you're a little bit introverted, it's obviously, you know, it's a little easier to talk about things that you're using and you're loving. So I'm an introvert and I have no problem talking about the things that I love to put on my skin. It's also a good fit if you have even just a few hours a week to put towards something new. This probably is not right. It's not the right fit if you're looking for something to replace your current income right away, or if you need a guaranteed paycheck on a specific schedule. I want I want you to make a good decision for yourself, right? Not just a decision you feel pressured into. And the best way to do that is to get all the information and sit with it, right? So I want to open it up. Okay, what questions do you have about the summer pilot program? About what starting this business actually looks like? About what a typical week could look like? Whatever's on your mind, go ahead and drop that in the comments. Right now, I'm going to watch and answer everything. I've got a couple screens up here just because sometimes Facebook isn't reliable on giving me all of the comments. So I've got my screens up. And go ahead and throw those comments in. Oh, okay. First question from Jennifer. Do I have to keep an inventory? Do I need to have a bunch of products sitting in my house? Great question, Jennifer. And I hear this one a lot. No, you don't. Inventory is completely optional. Your customers can order directly from your website and it ships straight to them, again, right from the Mary Kay warehouse. So it's not even like you have to then order stuff and then deliver it to customers or then ship it to customers, right? Mary Kay takes care of that completely outside of you. You never have to touch it. So if you want to start lean and just share your link, that's a totally valid way to do this. Again, I'll say having some product on hand does tend to lead to some higher sales because people love to take something home the same day. So a lot of consultants do choose to have, you know, a few things on hand, right? And in your first 3 months, if there are customers that are ordering stuff, that's how I start to build my inventory, right? What are my customers ordering from me? Because I don't want to keep a bunch of stuff that, you know, I'm never going to sell, right? Also, in your first few months, there's the free product bundles too that you're available to earn if you decide to go that route. But again, it's totally your call. You can absolutely run this business with zero inventory. The next question I see here is from Ashley. What if I try this summer and it's not for me? Am I locked in? No, Ashley, you're not locked in. And that's kind of the whole point of calling it a pilot program, right? At the end of the summer, you can decide what happens next. You can keep going if you love it, You can scale back and just take reorders from customers that you've already built in those 3 months during the summer, which means you're still earning without kind of actively working it, right? Or you can step away entirely. Okay. There's no contract that forces you to keep doing this. And even if you step away, you can still purchase products for yourself at that discount as long as your account stays active, which it does for at least a year when you sign up. So the risk here is really, really low. You're just trying something again for a season, and then making a decision. That's it. All right. Next. Looking at all my screens. Okay, question from Melissa. I'm not really a makeup person. Do I need to know a ton about skincare and beauty to actually do this? Honestly, Melissa, no. I think this is one of the biggest misconceptions about business is that you need to be like a beauty expert, and you don't need to know every ingredient or be able to give a 10-step routine off the top of your head. What you do need is to be genuinely interested in helping people feel good in their skin. That's it. The training, the tools, the support, all of that's there for you, and you learn as you go. And most of the time, the conversation starts really simply. Someone asks what you're using, you share it, they want to try it. I literally started without knowing anything about makeup. I couldn't even like put on like a basic makeup look, right? I didn't know nearly as much as I know now. You don't have to be an expert to begin, you just have to be willing to learn. All right, checking again here. Okay. While we're waiting for any more questions to come in, I do want to let you know about one other thing. I do this at every live and I want to make sure that you know about it. I have a quick form I'd love for you to fill out. It takes about 2 minutes. It helps me to understand kind of where you are, right? Whether you're curious about the business and want more information, whether you just wanted to learn what the summer pilot program is about, or, something else entirely. You were just checking it out, hanging out with me on a Tuesday. And when you complete it, you get entered into my monthly drawing for a gift from me. So even if you aren't interested at all, just for filling it out, right, and letting me know that you were here and that you watched and where you're at, you get entered. So I'm going to post that link in the comments right now. And go ahead and throw any questions in the comments as well. I'll take one more look here. All right. Well, that does look like to be the end of the questions for now. But if you think of anything after the fact, or if you're watching the replay and have questions, I am always here. Post them in the comments and I'll circle back with answers, or message me anytime. So thank you so much for being here with me today. Whether you've been thinking about this for 5 minutes or 5 years, I'm really glad that you just showed up and listened to what the summer pilot program could do. My next live is Monday, June 22nd. So it's this Monday coming up, week from yesterday. It's called Sunkissed and Pampered, and it's all about summer skin. I'm super excited about it. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss it, or be sure to like and follow my business page for those notifications as well. And again, if you have questions after today about the summer pilot program, about what starting a business like this actually looks like, about anything we talked about, right? Or anything at all, my DMs are open. So reach out anytime. That is literally what I'm here for. But keep glowing, everyone, and I will see you next week.